In the heat that followed the 2005 constitutional referendum, Raila Amolo Odinga bought the Orange Democratic Movement Party (ODM) from one Mugambi Manyara and made it to be Kenya's most influential political party since the fall of Kano. This is the story of why Raila had to pay for his own party, the original team that founded the Orange Party, and the men and women behind ODM's tremendous success as a party over the years. After the 2002 Kano defeat, the new president Mwai Kibaki betrayed his biggest comrade Raila Odinga. Kibaki and Odinga had agreed at a meeting at Uhuru Park that government would be shared with Raila as Prime Minister. Before that, Raila had been Kano's Secretary General and he expected Moi would do him the honor of supporting him as a successor in the December 2002 elections. Early 2002, and Moi makes clear his intent to name Uhuru Kenyatta as a successor. Raila Odinga and many others in and out of Kano knew Uhuru was the wrong choice for the presidency then, but Moi was adamant. Those who felt betrayed by Moi's choice huddled together in an outfit called Rainbow Alliance to plot their own attack. When push came to shove, Raila Odinga formed his own party, Liberal Democratic Party (LDP), and left the Kano umbrella. Once outside, he joined forces with former Vice President Mwai Kibaki, who himself had left Kano in 1991, Martha Karua, and others to create NARC, the National Rainbow Coalition. NARC was formed under the gentleman's agreement that Mwai Kibaki would be a one-term president and a constitutional review would progressively redistribute government power amongst all communities. It was agreed that Raila would be supported for the presidency in 2007 by Kibaki and his ilk. When Kibaki and his people started isolating Raila and other non-Kikuyus after the elections, new tensions were created that gave rise to the 2005 referendum. A new Katiba was drafted and approved by Parliament, but Kibaki and his Attorney General tried to push a different document that gave him dubious presidential powers, even to extend his term. On the fierce campaign that ensued, Raila Odinga led the opposing team that said no to Kibaki's kitchen cabinet constitutional proposal. On the ballot paper, an orange represented the no team and a banana the yes team. The orange team, also known as Chungwa, won the 2005 referendum with a 58% majority. This led to Kibaki reorganizing his cabinet and firing from government Raila and his fellow orange leaders. Raila's Liberal Democratic Movement was also removed from the power-wielding NARC coalition, but the damage had already been done. Raila Odinga had already created a national orange movement. Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto, official opposition figures, also supported the no campaign. However, in the euphoria that followed the 2005 referendum win, Raila Odinga and his team were missing a key move in their political play. An opportunistic lawyer in Nairobi saw what the winners were ignoring and moved in for the kill. The lawyer, Mugambi Manyara, later told reporters that after Kibaki's resounding loss, the orange movement was likely to overtake NARC as a national party, and he foresaw that. He then moved to the Registrar of Political Parties and registered the Orange Democratic Movement as his own party, despite not being affiliated to Odinga's team. When they finally arrived to register ODM as a party, Raila and his people were forced to settle for ODM Kenya because the city lawyer had beaten them at their own game. ODM Kenya was a coalition that singly represented the only threat to Kibaki's disappointing first term. Uhuru Kenyatta, William Ruto, Najib Balala, Henry Koskei, Aden Duale, and Lona Laboso were just among the leaders who aligned themselves with Raila. But cracks started appearing in the ODM Kenya coalition almost immediately. By July 2005, the election year, Kano leader Uhuru Kenyatta decamped from Raila's team to support Kibaki's re-election. Many believed he had been bought. While William Ruto and Henry Koskei remained steadfast inside Raila's team, conflict arose between Raila and Kalonzo Musyoka. Their differences led to Kalonzo claiming ODM Kenya as his own party, and Raila was forced to seek out the lawyer who had registered the first ODM and to try to wrestle the domain from him. However, Mugambi Manyara amicably gave the original Orange Democratic Movement to Raila in a deal where money was believed to have changed hands, and Raila restarted the party with the Pentagon, his top brass team in the 2007 campaign. The members of the Pentagon were Najib Balala, Amiji Kenda, Musalia Mudavadi, Aluya, William Ruto, Anandi Kalenjin, Joe Nyaga, a Kikuyu, and Raila himself, a Luo. Charity Ngilo, a Kamba, was also known to be a Pentagon insider. While Kibaki ran for re-election on a Party of National Unity (PNU) ticket, there were now Kalonzo's ODM Kenya Party and Raila's ODM Party on the ballot, and these were the three horses in 2007. Both Kalonzo's and Raila's ODM factions held their presidential nominations in the same week. The two factions held their elections for presidential candidates on consecutive days at the Kasarani Sports Complex in Nairobi. On 31st August 2007, Kalonzo Musyoka defeated Julia Odhiambo for the ODM Kenya ticket. Then on the 1st of September, Raila Odinga defeated Ruto, Mudavadi, Balala and Nyaga. There were allegations that some delegates voted in the nominations of both parties. Raila and Kalonzo then faced President Kibaki in the general elections. The International Republican Institute described the election day as generally calm, organized and transparent. Kibaki was declared winner of the elections in circumstances that were described as highly questionable by various observers. Samuel Kivoito, chairman of the now disbanded Electoral Commission of Kenya (ECK), could not explain why votes from nearby constituencies had not reached the tallying center in Nairobi, while those from far-flung parts of the country were tallied on time. Many polling stations had more votes cast than the number of registered voters. Maragua constituency, for example, a PNU stronghold, had a turnout of 115%. The ODM disputed the elections. Violence erupted in the country, with ODM supporters in Kibra, Naivasha and Nakuru being targeted for attack by Mungiki and other supporting gangs, allegedly backed by police. PNU supporters were also targeted for attacks by ODM supporters in retaliation. People from the Luo ethnic group were shot dead in Kisumu, Kibera and Nakuru in large numbers by the police, while many ethnic Kikuyu were killed in the Rift Valley during the period. The ODM won the largest number of seats with 99 in the 210-seat parliament. It also won 3 out of 5 by-elections in early 2008. The ODM won the largest number of seats with 99 in the 210-seat parliament. It also won 3 out of 5 by-elections in early 2008. Before the by-elections, 2 ODM MPs were killed at the beginning of the year 2008, and 2 more MPs died in a mysterious aircraft crash. Some ODM members of parliament whose elections were contested in court lost their seats. Following the passing of the Political Parties Act months earlier, the ODM held its internal elections in late December 2008, with Prime Minister Raila Odinga emerging as party leader and Industrialization Minister Henry Kosgei as party chairman. Due to the agitation of a regional and gender representation, some party posts had to be created on the day of the vote. Raila has since fallen out with William Ruto, Ababu Namwamba, Najib Balala, Henry Kosgei, Musalia Mudavadi, and others. However, the ODM party continues to remain the most influential and powerful political party in the country since the fall of KANU in the 2002 elections.